What up? This is Icon here going over The Flash, and we have some new characters that have entered the fold. When we left last week, Iris was trapped in the mirror, and she was trying to she was trying to figure her way out, and then she bumped into somebody, which happened to be Ava, the wife of the gentleman that runs the tech company. So, but this episode takes a little detour real quick because we're doing a storyline with Ralph. And Ralph is on his detective thing once again. The last time he did his detective thing, he and Barry went into this crime party, that Ralph was investigating. Because he's been on his grind as far as like doing his detective work. So they brought back his detective music, and the whole show had a James Bond vibe to it. And Ralph is as we know that these two parents hired him to find their daughter. Ralph finally tracks her down. He finds out that she recently bought an apartment or put money down in an apartment. He goes to the apartment. The apartment explodes. The girl comes out. He meets her. He's like, "Wow, you're the girl I've been looking for." They have a conversation, and then she basically tells him "Listen," she was like, I fell in love with a gangster, and I know something about him, he has a ledger or whatever, and I got to get my hands on it because, he's threatening me and he's threatening to kill my family. So she's like, if she can get the ledger, she can have some power back over him, and then, she can protect herself. And she came across as this helpless, spoiled rich girl who basically fell in with the wrong dude. Ralph likes her, so he kind of falls for it. And he's just like, I'm going to help you get your freedom. So the two of them, they go on this adventure together. They're casing joints, and come to find out the girl actually she can fight. She has she told Ralph that she took some classes at the she was trained by somebody at the YMCA, and she knows how to fight. So now Ralph's like, well, you can handle yourself, so I can take you with me. We can really get into this whole thing. So they go into they go into the ex-boyfriend gangster's place, trying to find some information. They get attacked. Ralph reveals to her that he's the elongated man. And then the two of them was just like, all right, they agree to work together. And then she comes up with a plan. She's just like, listen, she said that the ledger is, it's in a vault somewhere. She's just like, let's go get the ledger out of the vault, and then, everything will be okay, and then he won't have it. But then Ralph's like, I'm a superhero, I can't steal. And then he agreed to do it because, one, he likes her, and two, he said that once we get the ledger out, we immediately take it to the police where it'll be in their possession, then we can bust this guy. So she agrees to it, fine. The two of them, so Ralph does his transformation thing. He pretends to be Joe. They go to the vault. Him and the girl get him and Sue. They get the quote unquote ledger out of the vault, and then we realize that it's not a ledger full of information. It's actually a diamond, and Ralph just got played. And we all knew Ralph was gonna get played, and he got played anyway. This the Sue girl, she's kind of I mean, I really don't want to say this, but she basically is like Black Widow. She had the tight black cat outfit on. She's a thief. She's basically she's like a Black Widow Catwoman type of thief. And then she told Ralph, she was like, she lied about the whole boyfriend thing. She's like, she doesn't even know the guy. She was like, basically she just knew that he kept a valuable diamond in a vault. And she set the whole thing up with the whole apartment explosion because she wanted Ralph to she knew Ralph was trying to find her, so she set up the apartment explosion so Ralph could purposely find her, so she could use his detective skills to help her uncover, the vault and the diamond. She didn't know that he was an elongated man. That was extra. And then she told him, she was just like, and he was just like, do your parents know that you're basically a criminal? And then she's like, nope. And she's like, if you tell my parents I'm a criminal, she's like, I'll tell everybody you're elongated man. So that was it. She got away with the jewel, and Ralph is kicking himself in the ass because he got played and he fell for a pretty face. Iris is still in the mirror, with Eva, and Eva was basically, she was just like, I'm glad I finally have somebody to talk to. And she told Iris, she was just like, they're basically in the mirror dimension, and she was just like, she's here by herself and there's no one here. And here's the whole thing with that. All right, fine. I understand that the magical mirror created a mirror clone of Iris. I get that. That makes perfect sense. But for Ava to be in that mirror, because she said she's been in that mirror ever since the particle accelerator exploded. So that was 6 years ago. So so now, if that's what we're saying, if she's been in there for 6 years, what has she been eating? why are there no other mirror clones? Like, does the mirror just create the clone based off the person's reflection? Are there other mirror people in there? What is she doing for food? How is she surviving? And Iris came up with the idea because, like, in a previous Flash episode where Flash got trapped in the mirror, they used liquid nitrogen to freeze the mirror to get the Flash out. So then, Iris tells Ava, she was just like, yeah, if we get some liquid nitrogen, we can freeze the mirror, and then we can use the molecules and we can pass through the mirror. So then Ava's like, oh, sure, I've got some liquid nitrogen downstairs in the lab. And I'm like, where are you getting what do you mean you have liquid nitrogen in the lab? Where did you get a lab? Where are you getting chemicals from? Where did you get nitroglycerin from? Because like, if she has liquid nitrogen, if she has a lab, if she has chemicals and things where she's been working on theories and things for 6 years, why does she not have food? Why are there no other mirror people in there? Why, like, this whole thing is like, the explanation of this is very weird. But anyway, they over liquefy the mirror shatters. Ava gets upset because she's just like, I had hope and now hope is lost, and then like emotionally she screams, and then a piece of the mirror flies into her hand. Iris has been dealing with Meadows for 6 years now, so Iris knows what's up. She's like, bitch, you got powers. When the particle accelerator knocked her through the mirror, this woman has the power now to control mirrors. Like, she can break them apart, she can put them back together, and this whole time she's basically had the power, she just doesn't know it yet. She can actually vibrate the mirror's molecules so they can pass through and out. She just doesn't know that she can do that. And with Iris's help and coaching, she uses her power, her newly discovered power, to put the mirror back together. And then, the mirror's put back together, and then Iris sees Barry sitting on the couch, and then she's just like, don't worry, babe, I'm coming. So they're not going to be in that mirror that much longer because, again, Homegirl if she can put a mirror back together, if she has control over the mirror, if she has mirror powers, all they have to do now is just get her to harness her power and use that power to get the hell out of that mirror. And when Iris gets... I'm calling this now. When Ava and Iris get out of that mirror, there will be an Ava clone that comes out of the mirror as well, who also has the same powers, and she'll be like the new Mirror Master, But that will be interesting. Earlier during the episode, the Mirror Iris, the fake Iris, she had asked Barry, for some tech, and then in the Starchive system, Barry was like, nah, because I don't want the tech to fall in the wrong hands. She threw a hissy fit, got mad at him, walked away. Joe wanted Barry to look into some crimes because he basically told Barry flat out, we got a mole in the GCPD and there's somebody that's tipping off criminals, and he was like, I can't trust anybody except you. They talk about Iris, whatever. He's like, trust Iris, she's family. So later on, Barry gives Iris the device. He's like, I trust you. Don't worry about it. It's all gravy. And then, and then that's it. So Lord knows what this mirror clone is going to do with this device, because I don't know if she's just like trying to be Iris and take over her life. Does she have a different agenda? Is she going to secretly be the villain at some point? So the motives of this mirror clone have yet to be revealed. But it's very interesting. It's a very interesting ride, and I definitely want to see where it goes, because once Iris finally comes out of the mirror and they defeat the clone, their marriage will be in trouble. So that was it. That was a good episode of The Flash. Very quick. Oh, Harrison Wells. Harrison Wells is still talking to Nash. So. And he keeps telling Nash, he's just like, tell everybody the truth, and blah, blah, blah. As he talk about Allegra being his daughter, like, I don't know what the situation is, but Wells is like, Nash is going crazy because he's seeing Harrison Wells. And obviously this is some crisis backlash, and we need to know what's going on with Wells as well, because he, this is going to be some next level stuff based on everything else that's happening. So, that was it. That was my review for The Flash, A Girl Named Sue. Again, we got more characters in the fold, no Killer Frost this episode, but things will be heating up going forward. So, thank you for watching. Tune in for my next videos. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And for The Flash, until next time, as always, I'm out this bitch.